everybody, this is L coming at you from Tooth Products, maker of Sabretooth and Sabretooth Jr. nosedive recovery devices for the Pint and the XR. Today's video is why should I buy a Sabretooth or Sabretooth Jr. as opposed to any of the other NDRDs that are out there on the market. Okay, this is a Sabretooth that is mounted on an XR. Beauty is subjective. Something you might think is ugly, others think it is great. I mean, a good example of this is Ferrari and Ford. If you've seen the movie, you had Enzo Ferrari cutting down the way that the Fords looked, that they were ugly, and yet later on in the movie, the Ford. If you're running a nosedive recovery device, it's like anti-lock brakes. They're there if you need them. And when you do need them, you're glad that they were there. Okay, so let's move on to it. Okay, here's some of the features that are built into my nosedive recovery devices. Alright, the material that the Sabretooth and Sabretooth Jr. are made of is a T6061 aluminum, which is very strong and lightweight. This enables the total weight of either or the Sabretooth or the Sabretooth Jr. will be under 1 pound. That's one of the benefits. If you're not looking to add a lot of weight, that is a good thing. The Sabretooth comes in at 0.81 pounds, and the Sabretooth Jr., because of the extra supports that are involved, it comes up with a total of a 0.86. Alright, but another feature that the Sabretooth has is I use a base plate in the construction, which is here. Now this is mounted by 2 screws. By utilizing this base plate, when you do touch the pavement and these wheels take a load, it is distributed over both screws, okay, because of that base plate, as opposed to just having 1 screw for 1 wheel. When you have the Sabretooth Jr., which there will be a link in the description, there's also 2 extra braces that will go from the axle support back to the board, okay? So on the Pint, you have 4 mounting points. As far as being rebuildable, the Sabretooth and Sabretooth Jr. are rebuildable. You can get the wheels at most skate shops or online. They're a standard goalie wheel, they're called, a 47 millimeter. The bearings are also easily available either through the internet or a skate shop. It's not something that has to be special ordered. It's not something that you have to purchase through me. When your Sabretooth is fully engaged, the nose is about 1.5 inches from making contact to the surface. Alright, when you activate when the nosedive recovery device is activated. Alright, so you're about 1.5 inches off the ground. Although the board comes 1.5 inches up, that is a plus, because depending on your obstacle, let's say that using this, it's a rock, let's say it's tapered or something, and you're coming along, and if you're closer than that 1.5 inches, you're going to hit. Your nose is going to hit. So because I've designed this to run on multiple surfaces and raising that up a little bit, if you happen to go over an obstacle, you can go over a rock or something and there's nothing to catch in the front, okay? So if you're coming along and you happen to hit an obstacle, wider wheel is also better on multiple surfaces. They're not just good for smooth pavement. If you happen to be on a dirt trail or something and you nosedive, you can still dive and bounce right back up. The narrow stance was also by design, as opposed to going to a wider one, to allow for more aggressive carving. As you can see, you could tip that board a substantial amount. Another benefit of the Sabretooth and Sabretooth Jr. is the ease of installation or removal. Let's say you're going on a really rough trail or something and you really don't want to run these if you're more aggressive, and some people don't. They like to run them in certain situations, other times they'd like to remove them. All you do is take this screw, that screw off. Take along your stock screws, because once you take this off, save your hardware, you'll put the stock screws back in and you're good to go. As far as switching it on the Pint, you're going to have the same deal, except you're going to have the 2 screws here on the base plate, and then you'll just have the 2 more screws that go through the bottom plate. Now once again, make sure you take your stock screws with you, so when you do remove your device, you can still screw it back together using your stock equipment. But it's a really simple on and off procedure, which takes a few minutes. So I think that about covers it, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me through the website, and once again the link will be posted at the bottom of this video. And just remember, save the pain, Sabretooth. Give your board some teeth, right there, baby. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Have a safe float. Bye-bye.